I can't believe we are back, and here's Modi. Oh my God, we haven't been in the studio for a while. We are here with Gav, the holy rabbi of Sixth Street Synagogue, and my friend, and I think the order is the other way. And Leo is here, and Perry L is here in the cutest little outfit. If you guys get a chance to see it, she's got her little name. She's like a waitress that like
I was gonna say she looks
in
like
the 50s from Happy Days when they roller skate
I'll have a
when they
banana
roller
split.
when they roller skate to the car and put the tray on the
so
car
funny.
and they eat it.
A soda jerk.
I've been watching a lot of Mad Men.
Okay, is that on Mad Men? No, it's more Happy Days. It's giving Happy Days.
Yeah.
We have done so much since we've been last here, and you guys are great. Comments have been coming in, and they're so much fun. Can I just tell you, last night at the Comedy Cellar, I've been back. So I've been back, and I put in for spots at the Comedy Cellar, and last night, Etsy's giving me those prime spots, the middle of the show where they're all
Juicy
warmed
spots.
up. What?
Juicy spots.
The juicy spots, like
Yeah.
the yummy, blah, yum spots. Like there's the MC, then the first comic second, and then me. And last night was Mateo Lane and Regina, and they were both power acts, like screaming, yelling, getting Mateo flying out there. It was amazing. And the audience that's right around the stage was lit. You know, they're always lit because they have cameras on them. And there was a woman who and her husband right next to it, and she wasn't wearing a hijab. She was wearing just the cover of the hair, but really nice, like a techel almost, but for somebody who's
Modernish.
Modernish. She was very modernish.
Okay.
But still, and I was watching her the entire show while the other comics were on. Her and her husband were having the best time in the world. Of course, there was this big over the top woman, and then there was Mateo, who was as gay as a goose. He literally, his opening line was, "I'm gay." That was his opening line, right?
Shocking.
And I came on and like, "I'm Jew," and it was like, the obvious. She laughed so hard during my set, this woman, and it just literally gives you hope, and it lets you know that the peace is gonna come through comedy.
Anything she laughed too hard at?
I did do the joke where I hit the wall looking for the Jews.
Okay.
They
She
love
died.
that. They
They
love that.
could not have laughed harder.
That's an old family
It's a-
heartwarmer.
It's
a
an old.
It's a go-to.
It's a go-to. It's also it's a joke I do sometimes where it's a quickie and it gets them all set up for what I'm doing a brand new joke. And I talked about Leo being Catholic or used to be Catholic, and they were loving it. They were just so happy. And it gave you such hope. It gave you such hope. I don't know.
Good. I'm glad you had a good
comedy
set.
does that. Comedy does
Comedy
it.
does that. Okay.
I wasn't there with you last night.
You weren't there last night. It's
No.
okay.
I
And
think lately you've been having better sets when I'm not there. So it's better for me to watch the footage back later and see if there's any nuggets in there than if I'm in the room with you while you're doing it. I think usually it's better.
That's his way of saying, I don't want to go to the Comedy Cellar anymore. Is
A 10:50 spot, I'm going to be moisturized
By
and
the
in
way,
bed.
I was so I put in for spots, and then you wait to see what SD gives you. And like Monday, she gave me 2 spots. I'm like, what? Am I Mateo Lane? 2 spots in one day? And I forgot it's when Noam has the band there.
The
Monday
music night.
Wow, is that loud? There's trombones and sax. The room is the size of this, it's a small little restaurant. And there is like a guy with a trombone, a tuba, trumpets.
He's a music man.
It's literally your ears are bleeding. But it was everybody there is having a blast. And that's just what I love to see. So since we've been here, I think Leo's going to be a little bit in shock of what topic I'm bringing up is first. We've been to Fire Island. We had our week on Fire Island. It was absolutely amazing. We were there with Dr. K, who was
previous guest a few episodes ago.
a few episodes ago, and he was with us. And we had this amazing house on the beach, and thank God the beach is still there. And there was one night, Saturday night, we went out dancing and doing your Fire Island thing. And we got back to the house at 3:30 a.m. and we went upstairs. The hot tub is on the roof
of the house.
and we saw UFOs.
Oh, I'm going. Everyone, everyone, look at me. Everyone, look at me. We saw a UFO. Okay. All three of us saw it. It went on for like 25 minutes. It was at first it was is that star moving? And then we're like, yeah, it's moving. And then it was like, is it an airplane? And then we saw airplanes, and this was not an airplane. Different color, different shape, not blinking lights. It would move like so. It would be here 1 second, and then it would be over here, and then be over here. It would be over
So
here.
now, just to set this up, we are 5 men in a hot tub.
I mean,
At 4 in the morning.
At 4 in the morning, staring at the sky and seeing a UFO. Leo is locked like this. There it is. It just moved. It just stopped. It can't.
I stand by. We
He
saw
could
a
not- he
UFO.
go- Now, of course, what do? Do you call now on the island? There's
call
a little.
Hatzalah.
No, you call Hatzalah. On the island, there's like a little police station with 2 policemen that are always there, and they're from the Sayville police. They bring them over on the and they're there. How do you call and say hi? We are seeing a UFO, and yes, we're on blank blank Ocean Walk. We're on the hot tub upstairs. We just came back from the pavilion, which is the Duke Downs Club.
That was a UFO. You saw it.
We saw it 100%. But
it.
we were like, it was a
I can't believe
UFO.
it.
I'm not.
I'm so mad at you.
I would,
Stop it. I needed another thing to be anxious and upset about.
No,
My heart is racing.
and let me tell you something. When it was happening, I was screaming. First of all, please take me. Please
Please.
stop
For-
and take me. I
for-
want to go up there. I
the
want to
anal
see
probe.
what's going. Yeah, probe away. But I was like, finally, this happens to me. I've been reading about UFOs. You know, I'm obsessed with UFOs.
I know.
I've seen every documentary. I've read the Senate hearings. I am primed for this, and I am telling you, you were trying to convince me it's a drone. You're like, oh, someone has
It's
a
a drone,
drone.
it's a
I
drone.
was like,
because that makes us feel much
I was
better.
like,
Also,
that's
we can,
not a
also we can get back to
drone.
the hot tub.
Oh,
You know.
I'm dying.
No, and then I
I'm
looked
so
it up,
upset
and
right
it
now.
says Long
Wait.
Island is a hotspot for UFO activity.
This is, by the way, right where flight TWA 800 went down.
Oh God.
Okay, no, not to bring that. But okay, wait. At one point, but the funniest line of it all was Leo. I'm like, Leo. Okay, so there's a UFO, and Leo goes, "No, you don't understand. This could be my whole new persona."
No, I said I'm gonna
That
make
I'm
this
the guy
my-
that saw a UFO.
I'm gonna make this my whole new personality. And
UFO energy.
But again, it brings you back to every time you see a UFO documentary. They have these people who are we saw it. Here's the documentary. Here's the video, and then there's always one thing
that's like a little off.
a little off.
A little
so,
off.
So the guy's like, here I am. I'm this and that. Here's the video. I was here. I was there. And he goes, and me and my 94 cats that I live with saw them. And as soon as you go, he's got 94 cats. Okay,
No, but
all
look,
right, all right.
we-
And
we
literally
saw-
just came back from raving.
We saw the helicopters. We saw the airplanes. These were neither of those things.
Listen to me.
We saw the way it was
Wait.
moving in the sky was so bizarre. Like, I've never seen anything like that move the way that it did.
Listen to me.
And then all of a sudden, just goes like this, leaves,
Oh shit.
gone. Was hovering, moving around, zigzagging
And
around.
low. It
And-
wasn't high. It was low.
Wait, you guys are bugging out.
I'm bugging out. I'm freaking out. You're calm. Andrew's calm.
No, no,
was
no.
where-
I
did
mean,
you
you're
know,
Andrew was
bugging.
like, guys.
No,
This is
Andrew was,
something we've-
Andrew was in the shock where he was like silent. He was like,
Right.
If you had witnessed a murder under those situations, like under that situation at 4:00 in the morning after a night of ingesting God knows what, it would be.
No one injected anything.
Ingested.
ingesting.
That's what you're worried about.
I
That's
don't
worse.
need
That's a whole other madriga.
Yeah.
as a different
I'm just.
injection.
I mean,
What does the murder have to do with this?
I'm just saying. Like, I'm not sure how credible the source is. Like, it might be the 94 cats.
100%. That's why
No,
I
but hold
have
on.
kept
Let me
this to myself.
just follow
And
up.
Except
to
that
my
now-
The
credit-
next morning,
Wait, none of you-
so now 2 guys that were staying at the house with us they were sleeping
Okay.
and so upset that we didn't wake them up.
You
Yeah.
guys didn't have video. You didn't have your phones.
Actually, Andrew has a picture as a video on his phone.
Right. But
That's
it's
like
a
very
dot, it's a
hard to
light.
see.
Cut to
But the
cut.
next day in the pool, completely chill, coffee, avocado toast, and eggs and everything was all
Broad daylight.
Broad daylight. We are back at the pool, and I'm looking up, and I go, "Oh, there's a white thing going back and forth." And Peter saw it.
Yeah.
So there was something flying around up there.
And then there was apparently a meteor that broke up over Manhattan last week that like NASA announced. They're like, by the way, a meteor entered the atmosphere. Everyone carry on. It was like just like a little blip in the news cycle. And like they said it exploded over Manhattan and like disintegrated. But I was like, a meteor? Is that what we're
But
calling?
Leo wouldn't go downstairs. Leo stayed up there like this with his finger pointing here and there. I'm like, I love you, but I am on the
I went back up then.
Crashville. Okay, but we decided that can't be our
But to my
persona.
credit, I haven't made it my persona until right now when you brought it up.
I just know I can't not bring that up. That was a situation we were in.
I don't care who thinks I'm crazy.
Nobody
I know
thinks you're crazy, and you didn't see it alone. All of us saw it.
Well, you saw something.
Periel, it was an alien. It was.
It wasn't an alien. It was
a
whatever it was. It was just.
Oh, it was not a man-made object. There's no way anything could move like that. And the way it was just hovering and zigzagging, and then the way it just like shot off, like and disappeared.
Did it wave at you and say hi?
No, but it turned blue when it shot away.
Oh God.
You don't
Yes,
think you were
it
just
did that.
tripping
No, it was a
your
thing.
face
It was a
off?
thing.
No, I was
was
not.
sure.
I love his new persona.
So hold on.
Yeah.
So just I'm
You
fine.
know, before this, I was obsessed with UFOs.
I was
Yeah,
with
I
you.
know
I'm with
that
you.
too.
I'm
Like-
with you. I love a documentary. I'm with you. I'm like, that could be Mashiach energy. That could be what's going to save us.
Okay.
I'm with
We
that.
have gone completely off the deep
But hold on.
end.
So in my mind, okay. So Fire Island. Just so those of you who don't know and haven't been listening, Fire Island is a barrier reef that's off of Long Island and has different areas. One of them is straight families. One of them is lesbians. One of them is gay men. One of them is billionaires. And one of them. So we're in the gay one, and there's a lot of guys there who bought houses and rent them out for an insane amount of money per week, which is what we did. 2 weeks. And you split up with your friends or not. But the guy who owns our house is staying at the house a few doors down. In my mind, he's just got a drone going to make sure that we're not like
It was
destroying his
not a
$3.5
drone.
million
a drone
house.
at 4 a.m. He's gonna fly a drone
If
over
I
the
had a
house.
$3.5 million house with 6 gays staying in it, there
It's
would
a
be a
fair point.
drone.
First of all, I've
right
owned
over
a
the house
drone.
the
I've
entire-
operated a drone. I've flown a drone. I know what they look like. I know what they sound like. I know what they move like. This was, first of all, so high up in the air. There was
Okay.
no way it was
Do
a
you
drone.
think that these were gay aliens?
I hope so. I kept saying I kept putting the energy out there. It's like, please come get me. Please come get me. Please come get me.
I'll tell you what the
Why?
light, which by the way offended me.
Why?
You want to believe me?
Yes,
I don't want to
For
leave you.
aliens.
I want them to drop me back off, but it'd be a good Uber ride. I want to see what's going on up there.
He's like, take me. I'm like, is the life with me so horrible?
I didn't say that. I just want to see what that is. What's happening
It
in
looked
there.
like, I'll tell you what it looked like. Do you know when you get to a house and there's like a camera?
we sound crazy. We have to talk about something else.
Like a camera,
Like, sure.
like a closed circuit
Yeah,
camera
yeah.
to see, and it has like the lights all the way around it.
Yeah, of course.
That, but like
That's like
nice,
infrared.
but nice,
Yeah.
but not the red ones. Like a nice, warm, brownish lighting.
Ambery
It was really
color.
nice. No, the aliens had really good lighting,
Nice.
so it was good.
but it changed
Okay.
blue when it flew
Okay,
away.
blue. Okay.
Okay.
Another funny thing that happened since our last podcast.
I'm like still rattled by the.
Well, I'm gonna
brought up
rattle
the
you even
UFO
more.
thing.
I'm gonna rattle you even more. We did a show in Jerusalem. Here we are back in Eretz HaKodesh, Israel, after the war began and we left on the war, and we're in the Jerusalem Theater, which is stunning, and we're doing a show with Live Nation, and their representatives there, and
Tread carefully.
I'm treading very carefully, but I have my walk-on song, I sing Hatikva afterwards, and there's a walk-off song. That's it. There's no. I don't need cues of pictures on a monitor, and they couldn't get it, and they just couldn't get it. And then at one point, of course, Leo's running this thing. He's the producer of the show, and the guy that is speaking there has that whole in between every word. He has a and so he at one point we said, I want this song to play at this, and he was like, they couldn't download it, and he said to Leo, there's no internet in Leo screamed at the guy, this is Israel. You invented internet.
Nice.
It was
Startup nation.
I was so.
Don't give me that.
I was so.
Don't give me
It
that.
was. But my parents were there. It was great. We were in Israel. My parents got
that's
to see
so
me perform.
nice.
You had a wedding.
We were there for a wedding too, but we pulled the show
So,
together. 900 people in
amazing.
Jerusalem, and it was amazing. It was amazing. And
What have
here
you
we
been up
are.
to?
New
Dom?
cue.
Yeah.
I'm cueing you.
Why?
You
I'll
wanted
be a
to talk
cue.
about.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that was just my burst of just.
That's
this is-
amazing. What else happened in Israel? What
No
were the other
UFOs, I'll tell you
highlights?
that.
No UFOs. No.
No,
What happened?
even the
in-
aliens don't like us.
Israel's vibing. It's weird. It's Tel Aviv. You can't get a reservation in any restaurant, but when you do get the reservation and you're sitting with all of your friends, you're talking about the war,
Right.
and that's the buzzkill, and that's the situation in Israel.
Speaking of reservations, I got us a very hot ticket reservation. I got us a table at Polo Bar for this weekend.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And we're going there with
it's very hard to do.
I know.
The hoops I had to jump through.
yes.
What hoops?
Oh, there are hoops, honey.
No, Michael Hoffman took him to some event.
A restaurant opening, and
Yeah.
I was talking to the PR girl. As you know, I love a girl with a clipboard.
Yes.
Any girl with a clipboard running a guest list, I'm
With
like,
an earpiece.
I like gravitate towards them. And I was like, what's up? What's going on? What are we doing? And they're like, we do hospitality, like food and beverage PR for like chefs and restaurants. And I was like, who? Tell me who. And they were like listing them off, and they were like Polo Bar. And I was like, that one. I want to go to Polo Bar. She's like, okay, like send me an email and I'll like reach out to you. Cannot get a reservation at Polo
can't.
Bar. You cannot. You have to call a month in advance. So like today is the 23rd, 24th. So if you wanted to go next month on the 25th, you have to call tomorrow
Right.
in the morning and try to book it. And they,
Right.
they
And we're
fill
going
up
with
immediately.
Cody. We're going with Cody.
We're going with some guests of the podcast.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, anyway,
What's so great about it?
I don't know.
It's just
What's
supposed to
the-
be
what's the
good
thing?
people
It's just
watching.
hard to
It's
get
hard to
in.
get in.
That's it. That's all he
Yeah.
needs.
And it's goyish. It's a goyish
By the
polo
way, that's
bar.
nice. That sounds nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
to
I've
go in.
been.
It's really-
I've been.
No, because Goyish restaurants are not like a kosher restaurant. You go when you're in a kosher restaurant. First of all, everybody walks in, they just stare. They just look.
Oh, that's
look
gonna
at you-
happen here
Look at you in
too.
your face like this. No, but not. They're like this. No, in a Goyish restaurant, they just like look like that.
It's
In
like-
Jews, they go. They look into your face just to see that they know you. It's like walking into a deportation camp. Who do you know that survived?
Not the deportation camp.
Anyway,
Um,
Gav,
yeah.
how are you? You had a
I'm
comedy
alright.
night
I'm good.
at the
We-
shul. I
we
had no
did.
idea until I see the next
We
day you
did.
posted.
Yeah, it's in the announcements. We talk about it. We talk it up.
I had told you I
Um,
never read the announcements.
It's so Chani Lisbon produces it.
Okay.
And she has some of the Jew comedians.
Wait,
so it's
and
nice.
but you did it in the shul.
They did it upstairs. They did it in the shul.
Shechianu v'kimanu v'kiyanu lezman
Yeah,
hazeh.
they did it.
About
So they had
time.
it- They got about 120 people.
So you
Oh.
just sat up front, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Good for
Exactly. On one side, like on the women's side. So everybody's like filled the left side. It was
Yeah.
good. It was good. She brings in the spotlight. They brought in a sound guy.
you. Amazing.
And it's good.
That's cute.
If I would have known, I would have been right there.
Oh,
I had no idea. You know that I don't know anything.
yeah. But
You
you
know,
How
also have
come
to
you
sell
didn't
it. Well,
text me?
I'm sorry.
You didn't tell me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't get
figured.
I don't get the 6th Street announcements.
There's a whole underground of Jewish comedians. Now, when I say Jewish comedians, as we've discussed before, it's comics who are Jewish comedians, not comedians who happen to be Jewish.
Correct.
And there's a whole
Well,
little.
I mean, you sort of created them all.
Did I?
Yeah.
But they're
Mm.
very, and they have like these little venues that they do, and it's very funny, and they're Jewish,
Yeah.
and they're Jewish.
Yeah, and they're working it out, and it's
And they're working their material out, and they're having fun with the audience, knowing that the audience knows what they know, and it's a vibe.
It's a little niche, right?
It's a little
it gets
niche.
It gets a little.
But that's where you start.
right.
That's where you
Um,
start.
That sounds great. Listen to me.
Yeah, talk to me. Wow.
I saw a picture of you on Instagram
Oh, God.
wearing the most fabulous pair of shoes.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had a wedding. I have some fancy shoes.
Oh
I
yeah, you
wore-
have some good shoe
yeah.
game.
We need to talk about the shoes, specifically those shoes, and then also how are you gallivanting around in like Christian Louboutin? Is that what they were?
Yeah, it's not gallivanting.
Well, it's a
I
little-
went. I did a wedding. You're wearing a tuxedo. You do a wedding. Tuxedo is fair. Everyone's supposed to look the same. So if
You
you
looked
want to
very
look a little
chic.
different, so you dress up the shoes. I think that's
a good move.
That's the move.
Can we talk a
I
little
also,
bit about?
Also, I'll tell you, I did the wedding. The rabbi of the wedding. I like facilitated it. And in my mind, the rabbi who does the wedding gets up, sucks the air out of the room immediately.
Correct.
No one's listening. Doesn't look like the people getting married. Doesn't look like the same crowd. I don't want to be that guy anymore. Or maybe I
You
don't
were
wanna be
never
that.
that guy.
I
Yeah.
might have once. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, well, you were
Well, it's
for me
fine, I have a bigger
annoying.
beard or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it's not that. It's that maybe I felt the role. Maybe it was more of my part of my personality.
So how did you do? So you have jokes?
So yeah. So I do this thing. I go back and forth between joking and explaining and roasting, and then that's an opportunity to get everyone's attention. I mean, you start with a joke, and then everyone wants to hear what the next
Right.
thing is going to be, and that's when you can actually.
What was
speak
your
about the
joke? What was the
couple.
opening joke?
I don't remember. I often like to start, like rabbi. You know how rabbis always get up and they say that that there are two parts of the wedding, kiddushin and the suad. Like everyone has like that line.
Right.
So I didn't do it. I didn't do it at this one, but like when it's a more modern crowd and they need to know that I'm normal, they need to know that I'm one of them so that they listen to me. So I get up and I'll say, the Jewish wedding is pretty involved. Much like Dick Wolf's criminal justice system, it's composed of two separate yet equally important parts, and like that gets a huge laugh. It's television; it gets a
Funny.
huge laugh, and it's this relief. Actually, it's
Yeah.
comic relief. That's what
Right.
it is, because okay, he's one of us. What's the next thing gonna be?
Right. And he'll move it along.
And I give my couples about 12 or 13 questions to answer about themselves, about each other, that they do separately.
Ooh.
So then I can weave that into a speech where I'm actually speaking about them as if I know them much closer than I would have naturally.
So
That's a
I
good
was
idea.
thinking maybe you could ask us some of those questions here today.
Oh, so sure. I love talking about a first date and hearing everyone's perspective of the first date.
I hope they say grinder.
I mean,
I hope they say grinder.
so there's a lot of hinge. There's a lot of hinge. There's a lot of hinge. I wanted to make a joke. I didn't want to upset anybody. But I wanted to say Hinge. It's the app designed to be deleted, just like your browser history.
Oh.
But I chickened out. I wasn't gonna
Oh my
ruin
God.
anybody's day.
I feel like I've heard of a lot of couples who have
it's-
met on Hinge.
There's a lot of Hinge. There's JDate. There's it's fun. So one time I got them to actually go into the account and find their first conversation,
Oh,
their
wow.
first texting,
Wow.
and then I'll read it and enhance it and tease them about it. Always, you can tease the guy. Always tease the guy about
Well, on
whatever
Bumble,
horrible.
which is the app where the girl has to make the move first?
Bumble.
I think that's Bumble. Yeah.
What would your move? What would your opening line be?
I won't be as annoying as I look.
I
I won't be as annoying as my pictures look.
I
Yeah. So we just connected on Bumble, and now I
Okay.
can't message you until you message me first.
So what's your
So
opening line?
what's
what picture are you using?
Just that. Okay, that.
It's me in this lifeguard
in the
speedo.
speedo.
Yeah.
The lifeguard speedo.
Yeah. 0%
tattoos.
body fat.
That's my opening line.
Unattainable levels of body.
I'll feed you. I'll feed you. Is that's the? What was your opening line?
I don't know. I think that maybe I'd have to start watching Baywatch.
Okay, a Baywatch
You know what mine
line.
would be for you?
Oh.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yes. Oh, then there'd be automatic for date.
Yeah.
Automatic first date.
Yes.
I think that's one of the questions, or that you can put, because one of them on Hinge or whatever, you can pick standardized questions to answer as part of your profile. Like, what are you reading, or this or that.
I will tell
Or
you
do you have
something.
sex on the first
I don't know if I
date?
should talk about this, but okay. never mind.
Yeah.
That might
What
be.
are
my
the other
first question.
questions?
What are
That's
each,
the first
what are-
question.
What are each other's quirks?
No.
what's
So you have
quirky?
sex on the
Ugh,
first
then have to
date.
Google quirk, what that means. Okay.
No,
Oh my
like, what's
God.
I know what it
No,
means.
what is
You're funny
You know,
little...
what's annoying about him? That's a good question. Let's talk about it. What's annoying about Modi?
Oh,
What bugs you?
what's annoying about Modi?
I'm starting a fight.
Never.
by the way, I
You
do-
can't.
I
There's
do
no. You're
weddings
not
and
starting a
divorces.
fight because you
No,
don't fight.
there's the only thing that I don't get annoyed with, but I'm just like not completely on board with is like when, for example, we tried to do the promo videos just now for your upcoming shows,
Yeah.
and you pretend to just not know what they are,
I don't know the dates.
and I'm like, if you just looked at it, you would
So-
remember.
So, me doing a promo video, holding the camera like, hey, I'm on here the 12th and here on the 15th, and I'm here. It's not cute. But when you are the producer
Okay,
of
alright,
the show.
alright, okay.
You
Alright.
are the
He's just
one.
the
No.
star.
So by the way, there's a new thing we're doing.
Yeah, tell me.
Which I remember my mother and my father, my mother and my when we were growing up, we were like the only kids in the 5 towns that my mom brought us to shows. Not just Broadway shows. If some singer was at the Beacon, if some singer was at Town Hall, some
Yeah, your mom is very good about that.
Rami, whatever. My mother brought us to see it. And I always remember the producer of the show walked on stage first, and if it was an Israeli performer or whatever, would thank you all for coming. I'm so happy we sold the show out. I have another show coming up with this other singer. The producer came out and welcomed the show, which is what Leo's going to be doing from now on. You produce the show. You have them sitting in their seats. You are going to be the one
I think that's great.
welcoming them.
I think that's really
100%.
I love it.
So when we're doing a promo, and you
I
know
need a
that
hot
you
five.
know that I'm dyslexic and I don't have the dates. I don't have that in my head.
Not
I don't know if
bringing up the
February 12th.
dyslexia.
Can you give me?
Can we write your promo?
Can you?
Can we write the thing? Can we write the
please
intro?
do.
Could you two just do the promos without
Yeah.
me?
No, we
No,
want to write
the-
the intro.
The intro for the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we kind of
so-
have a little bit of
Oh,
it.
you have it.
No.
No,
I need help.
we need your
I
help.
Need help.
Sure.
I need help.
I'd
We need
love
your
to.
help, yeah.
Yeah.
And but he's beginning, and this is happening
Is
at
he gonna dress him up?
Westampton.
You're gonna dress him up like a kangaroo?
No. This is
You're in
happening at the
Australia.
Westampton.
Oh,
Westampton.
by Schneier.
Yeah, they want.
No, not Rabbi Schneier. Westhampton.
The theater.
The theater.
Oh,
Yes.
it's nice there.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Nothing to do with any synagogue, nothing to
Great.
do with any religious organization. There's a theater that I'm performing for whoever is
Yeah,
coming,
there's-
and
when
they
is
might not
that?
all be Jewish.
Wow.
That's
It's
on
this
this
Sunday.
Sunday.
Westhampton, not all
Yes.
Jewish? Got
Yes.
it.
There's- as your mother calls it, the Jewish ghetto,
Oh my
West
God. It
Hampton.
literally is.
It's amazing.
It's
Yeah.
a ghetto
I was
with
there. I
mansions.
was there a few weeks ago.
You were there. You had some
Yeah.
event.
It's a lot. You know, you gotta give him a lot.
Isn't
you
that
gotta
where the
get-
wedding
You gotta
was?
give him a lot of credit. He's running a shul in a vacation community.
Who?
Rabbi Schneier.
Yeah.
He's running a shul in a vacation community. That means his competition is the beach, and the beach is losing. That he fills his shul and he keeps them there for hours.
Hours.
It's endless. And and everybody's there and everybody stays.
But
it's
it's-
unbelievable.
I've been there. Arthur Luxembourg
Luxembourg.
took me there, and it is a choose your own journey shul. You can be inside the synagogue. There's one wall that doesn't exist, so there's a whole
Like
outside
the
area.
patio area that they built.
There's a
up.
chazan that they have, Hershtik, who is
the loveliest.
the loveliest. The voice is insane. He's amazing. And if you're on that wave, go inside, sit there, you listen to him, listen to the Torah reading, you connect, you have your Shabbos experience. If that is not your vibe, there is an entire whole section outside.
It's the John
you-
Wilkes Booth section.
Why do you call that John?
That's where like the character assassinations happen. Oh, we can't joke about
The
assassination.
character
We can't
assassination.
joke
No,
about assassination.
No, I don't know what they're talking about. But everybody doesn't want to be sitting and listening to a chazan is out there, but they're still in shul. It's a community. You have a synagogue that there's people who go right to the lunch. No one goes upstairs.
of course.
So that's okay. And we love it.
No.
And we love it. So, but it's choose your
Do you
own
know what
journey.
else we love?
What?
A&H provisions.
Oh,
A&H Provisions.
yum.
We love A&H Provisions, the hot dogs, which, by the way, I had on July 4th. And Seth, thank you again for being a part of our podcast. A&H Provision, kosherdogs.net. Your first order, 30% off when you use promo code MODI, MODI.
And they don't just have hot dogs; they have pastrami and
Glatt,
other things.
kosher meats.
How about some like vegan hot dogs, Seth? How
Leave him
about that?
alone.
No,
leave him
leave
alone.
Seth
Don't.
alone.
We're
Can
just
we-
doing a
can we
nice
have a-
promo.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
And then-
ANHV?
Why are
Okay.
you vegan?
No, I'm
No.
a vegetarian.
He's
No,
not
I
not
don't eat,
vegan,
I
Ian.
don't eat animals.
Okay.
I'm not weird.
Okay, listen to me.
Oh God.
I've gone full circle on the eating animals thing.
Yeah, we've gone full
I've
circle.
gone full
Yeah, we've
circle.
actually had. We were with Jay Cohen up in Hudson,
Uh-huh.
at his beautiful home, and he made this meat that was so kosher, so delicious. I don't eat meat often, but when it's like done and there,
It's A&H.
it's
And-
A&H or whatever.
I don't
it is.
always eat meat, but when I do,
but like when I get to Dina's house and she's
choosy moms choose.
you know,
Oh,
then you
that's
eat
a-
it.
that's a lot,
It's
yeah.
so good. You were there.
Oh my God.
Okay,
There's so much food. It
I'm
looks so good.
refocusing.
She's such a good
Refocusing,
cook.
Please
okay,
do.
sorry.
I'm
Please, God help us.
refocusing
Thank you.
Talk to
Thank
this
God you're
show.
here. Yes.
your questions at the wedding.
Question.
Yes.
Okay, I want to
yeah.
say one thing, which is that these two were the only couple on earth that I know that you could ask, what annoys you about each other? And they're literally like,
No, I'm sure he has answers, but he
Not
loves
really
me too
That's
much.
not
anything.
true. I don't
He
have
loves
any. What,
to
what,
like say them on camera.
no, 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 no.
Nothing.
you're- no, no, no,
Everything you do, I
no.
find adorable.
Yeah.
You know that.
If you asked my husband,
Oh, we'd need 4 hours of podcast. We'd be here for. לא, היא קמה בבוקר, היא לא רוצה זה, מדברת בלי
you could
סוף.
stop with Ikama Baboker. Just,
Wait, what does that mean?
She wakes up in the morning and he's already annoyed.
I
She woke up.
What are the other
She lives to see
questions?
another day. I want to hear about how they are with each other's families.
Mm.
That's a really important point of information. If it's rough on one side or the other, then you can't talk about it as if it's not. You just sort of sidestep it and avoid that, and maybe not talk about how they integrate into each other's families at all. Maybe leave all of that out.
You mean at the wedding
At
as the
wedding,
rabbi?
correct. So that's it's all for making a speech. And you know, most of these rabbis, they get up, they don't put any work into it.
No.
They give a Dvar Torah that lasts forever.
Horrible.
That has nothing to do with anything.
And no one
they're giving-
remembers.
or they're giving marital advice. Well, if you listen to more, deeper,
Ugh.
and who wants to listen?
Ugh.
Who wants to hear that? From
So when I
What do you
perform a
do?
wedding, which I just officiated a wedding for family, literally. Now I just do family and friends. And the wedding I did in Israel was family and friends. And it was in Israel. So the Rabbanut, the rabbinical, which is controlling everything there, you have to go through them. It's not just an officiant of the state. So he was a very sweet guy. He's the chief rabbi of Yafo, which is where the mother of the daughter comes from. And he wanted to do the first two. But he was like, and I asked him, please just dress like a little night. And he wore his kapata, his robe. I wore mine. I wore the yearly kapata. How good did I look?
You look good. You look
No,
really
first
good.
of all, it adds like 4 inches when you're slim too. It looked amazing. I killed it. But my main focus is the blessings, the 7 blessings that bring you to the next, bring you from the olam ha'techton, the lower worlds to the upper worlds. You know, that's where you put the energy in. You know, so whoever's giving those blessings, you're taking there. So I had one of the grandfathers who was married to his wife, and I bring him up. And I said, and you're married to your wife, how long? He looked at me. I may well have asked him, what's the cure? What are the winning lottery numbers?
Seriously?
He had no idea. So I go to the audience, how long have you been married to the wife? She goes, 64 years.
Wow.
Now the father of the bride, he's in his 3rd marriage. So I said to the couple, I said, you are being blessed now by a man who's been married for 64 years. And then I turn to the father and I go, to the same woman.
Nice.
Oh my
God.
God.
It's so good.
That's risky.
Well,
It was risky, but no.
You gotta
But
walk that line.
but by then I had already established that we are here with a purpose, connect the souls, bring them into the upper worlds. We are friends. We are, and we gave that rabbi. I let him do the Masada Kedushin brachas. I didn't let him. He wanted to. I'm like, all yours. I got it, and that was it. And we moved on. And
I don't understand. You're a rabbi?
I'm-
You're,
I'm
you're a
clergy.
rabbi
He's
now?
clergy.
I'm clergy.
What
He's
is going
clergy.
on
He's
here?
ordained. He can marry people.
You
Yes.
can?
Yes. Yes.
Is that
I have a
new?
license.
No, you can go do it too. You can go get a license and do whatever.
I'm good.
No, you couldn't. She couldn't. She didn't.
could.
She
yes,
could.
she could.
She could.
Anyone
Oh.
Look,
can.
he's like,
She
no,
could-
she couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, no.
She
He was
could
like,
get
no,
her-
not this one.
She could get ordained by the UFO Alliance.
That's
of-
me.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna perform weddings for
If
aliens.
anyone listening to this is on my team and believes that I did see a UFO,
We're all
please
on your
send me a
team.
DM.
We're all on
No,
your team. But
way.
what are we gonna do about it? There's nothing we can do about
Maybe
it.
they'll come back.
Okay.
What do you want to tell them?
I don't want to tell them anything. I just want to look around a little bit. I
Do you
want to
wanna
open.
go
I want
to-
to see what's in their medicine cabinet. I'm like, what are these motherfuckers taking?
You want to go into the UFO.
I want to go inside of there.
But you don't want to leave Earth.
If they want to take me for a little spin, I'll go.
Really?
You
Modi does not like that
I
at
don't
all.
think so.
Assuming they're
I
going to
don't-
drive. Okay, this
They
is
might not have a
assuming-
lounge.
I
Listen,
don't get into an Uber with
this
4
is
stars.
assuming-
What's the matter with you?
This is assuming they're nice. They're not going to kill me. They're going to bring me back, right?
Okay.
No, you have no guarantees of any of this. That's insane.
Oh, so they could bring me on board and then just kill me?
Yeah.
They could
They
do
might
whatever
be-
they want.
Well, they
Like,
might be homophobic.
No, they're definitely gay.
You think aliens are?
No,
gay?
they're probably
The
The
ones on
lighting they had, the
Fire
lighting they
Island-
had
That
was
was good, that
gay.
was
They had
good
gay
lighting.
They're
lighting.
probably
Good lighting.
genderless. They probably like
You got-
procreate.
It's a
like,
lot of
by-
assumptions. First
like-
of all, the aliens on Fire Islands are definitely gay. If
just
they're-
because they vacation there doesn't mean anything. They could have been lost.
This is the situation. The alien, the thing lands. What's it called? The UFO lands.
Mhm.
The flying saucer.
The flying saucer, and they say, Leo, we've understood. It has come to our attention. There's an alien who comes out with a clipboard
Is
and
he
an
hot?
earpiece. It has come to our attention that you have a
like,
great interest.
It's like, take me for a spin, but I need to be back for polo bar.
Yeah, you're like, I have a reservation at Polo Bar at 7:30.
Are
so
you getting
how-
on? You have no guarantee of anything. I mean, of course, you
I
have
would.
no guarantee.
I would probably.
I don't have one password for any of the accounts we have. Are you
Do you
insane?
know how lost he
Are
would
you
be?
insane? All of the shows coming
my
up. All of the
God.
shows coming up at the Beacon, in Denver, in
Yeah, where else would
Australia,
it
in all of those places. They would just have to end because there's no passwords for anything.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I
should
can't-
we like
I
wrap this
can't.
up a little bit and then do a shorter episode on like what's happening politically?
Yeah. Let's do that. You guys, thank you for listening. Oh my God. Oh God, when I meet my audience and they tell me that they love listening to me while they're walking their dog and it's mind numbing and they don't have to think. I don't know.
That's not really
Yeah.
That's not a compliment.
Yeah.
Oh,
compliment.
Modi, you're mind numbing.
It's a compliment.
I love listening to you. It makes me feel like my brain doesn't work.
Oh, it's literally it's like 45 minutes to an hour 10 of just not having to really think or need to fight with somebody about something. And that's it.
Right.
It's a comedian, his husband, his rabbi, and Periel.
His
I know,
waitress.
his waitress.
I have to tell you guys something before we wrap up the show that
Careful,
you'd be
this-
very
this-
proud of me.
No.
I have been
No.
coaching one of my closest friend's daughters on her bat mitzvah haftorah.
Oh.
How do you know how do you know how to bar mitzvah haftorah?
I don't, but
Oh,
she's
no.
at sleep.
Clergy.
oh no, clergy. Exactly.
Clergy.
She's at sleepaway camp.
This
Yeah.
is going to be the
And
most
she-
vulgar haftorah.
No.
And she got like permission to do Zooms with me. So I'm helping her read it. She has like,
Oh, just but not sing it.
no, I don't know. No, but she has to be able to read it before she sings it.
You know that's like it says that "Vaydaber Moshe leSarah lo tilchi labayit." Don't go now. She goes, and she's like, "You tell her to go into the house. You don't tell her not to go into the. It's her house too, not just Abraham's house. She should be able to go in. You know that's what.
Oh my god. Do you need help?
What are you
I
offering?
don't know. This sounds like you've taken on a lot.
I just
That's
need
a
to be able
lot.
to
That's
read
a
it.
lot, a
What do
lot.
you mean? I thought I was doing a mitzvah.
It's a mitzvah. It's a
Oh,
mitzvah. It's a
sure.
mitzvah. Good for you.
Do you know what else is a mitzvah? Getting tickets to the comedy show with your friends. Go to www.modilive.com. There's tickets in Australia, Zurich, London, Denver, St. Paul, Minnesota.
Wow.
New York, we're adding a show at the Beacon Theater. That's like a huge milestone event. We're doing 2 nights at the Beacon Theater. Do you know who else does that? Jerry Seinfeld and like Sarah Silverman and now Modi.
That's
so
right.
like you don't want to miss it. I'm working on adding shows in LA, South Florida, Las Vegas for early 25.
Zurich again. We're doing the Palladium again.
Yeah, we're coming back to the Palladium in February because the avails with the venue and our schedule didn't line up. So we're flying back to London to do another show for you, everyone who didn't get tickets for the first show. So, and you can stay up to date by signing up for the mailing list.
Yes,
How
my,
have
my
you-
mother, so there's some, I don't know, online. So we're announcing this Friday that the second show on the Beacon's coming out, and I had no idea that there's some online chat
On
group that
Instagram, there's a
Leo-
broadcast channel. It's like a text thread where I could like text everyone.
So there's some, and I don't know, my mom is on it. So my mom calls me to tell. So in my head, Friday we're announcing this is gonna be a big deal. My mother calls me, "אתה מוסיף עוד הופעה בביקן?" You're adding another show at the Beacon. Well, how did you find out?
I've started leaking information into the broadcast
It's
channel once
amazing.
I know it's confirmed because then it creates a little bit
Thank
of
you,
a buzz.
ANH, very much for being our partnership. And thank you, Whites and Luxembourg, Arthur Luxembourg. Randy, tell him how great the episode was. And you guys are the best for helping us make this podcast happen. Thank you for listening. ModiLive.com. Let us know what you need or need to know about. And we will be back with another episode in a week.